After 3,000 years of mystery, King Solomon's tomb has finally been opened. Life is full of surprises, and despite our vast knowledge about our planet and the universe, we keep finding things that puzzle even the most seasoned researchers. From ancient armor to new insights about Tomb of King Solomon, here are 20 of the most shocking recent discoveries. Number 20. Pyramid-shaped mountains in China. In the Guizhou province of China, conical hills known as the Onlong Pyramids have recently resurfaced on the internet, leading to renewed interests and conspiracies about them. If you think these hills resemble the pyramids of Egypt, you're not the only one thinking that. Their geometric shapes and the neat, block-like stacking of rock layers have fueled theories suggesting they might be man-made or even crafted by extraterrestrial beings. However, geologists believe that these pyramids formed perfectly naturally. According to geologists, the Onlong Pyramids are a classic example of karst topography formed over millions of years. Around 200 million years ago, the region was a shallow sea. Minerals dissolved in the water then recrystallized to form dolomite, the primary component of these pyramids. Over time, water erosion caused by rainfall and other climatic factors shaped these mountains into their current pyramid-like appearance. The process that creates the distinct block-like appearance is also natural. Small cracks in the dolomite rock allow water to seep in and slowly erode the material, segmenting it into blocks. This natural phenomenon can make it seem as though these structures were assembled by human hands. Despite the confirmation of experts that these pyramids form naturally, conspiracy theories about the hills being man-made pyramids continue to persist. Number 19. Ancient Mycenaean armor. It's astounding what modern research reveals to us. Recently, researchers tested just how great an armor is by recreating damage caused by the legendary Trojan War and seeing how the armor would hold up. The armor in question is the Dendra panoply, dating back to the 15th century BCE, discovered in the village of Dendra near Mycenae. This armor weighs about 51 pounds, is made of bronze plates, and includes a helmet constructed from boar's tusks, a design straight out of Homer's Iliad. Researchers meticulously recreated this armor using materials similar to the original copper and zinc alloy to ensure historical accuracy. They even paid attention to the smallest details, such as the dimensions, curvature, and perforations of the plates to add authenticity. The volunteers who wore these replicas followed a diet typical of Mycenaean warriors: red beef, goat cheese, green olives, onions, and red wine. The experiment involved 13 soldiers from the Hellenic armed forces, who engaged in various combat scenarios over 11 hours. These scenarios ranged from individual duels to chariot battles and foot soldier skirmishes. The researchers aimed to replicate the conditions described in the Iliad, using paleoclimate data to simulate the weather of late Bronze Age Troy. So, what did the researchers find out? Contrary to what they expected, the armor's heavy weight didn't influence its wearer's mobility. The soldiers were able to perform high-intensity maneuvers typical of Bronze Age warfare, such as hit-and-run tactics and rapid chariot movements. This experiment challenges previous assumptions that such armor was too cumbersome for actual combat. On the contrary, it held up pretty well for an astonishing 11 hours. Number 18. The world's darkest river. Scientists have named the darkest river in the world the Ruki River. Nestled deep in the heart of the Congo Basin, this river has water so dark that you can't see your hand in front of your face when it's submerged. The Ruki River owes its darkness to the rich organic matter dissolved in its waters. This material, primarily derived from decomposing forest vegetation, gives the river a tea-like appearance. When rain falls on the dense dead plant matter in the surrounding rainforest, it leaches organic compounds into the river, creating what researchers have described as jungle tea. The river itself is a major tributary of the Congo River and spans a drainage basin about 4 times the size of Switzerland. This basin is home to vast peat bogs, which are crucial carbon sinks. These bogs contain large amounts of undecomposed plant material, storing billions of tons of carbon and playing a significant role in regulating the global carbon cycle. Despite its importance, this body of water had never been scientifically studied until recently. Researchers from ETH Zurich set up a station near Mbandaka to measure the river's flow and carbon content. Their findings revealed that the Ruki is one of the most dissolved organic carbon-rich river systems globally, containing 4 times more organic carbon compounds than the Congo and 1.5 times more than the Rio Negro in the Amazon. Number 17. $200 meteorite-infused vodka. When Dom Perignon tasted champagne, he allegedly exclaimed, "Come quickly, I am tasting the stars." Well, if he were still alive today, he would have been amused to learn that we've created a drink that literally has materials from space infused in it. This is the latest in ultra-premium spirits, Shooting Star Vodka, a $200 vodka infused with an actual meteorite. This vodka was created by Pegasus Distillery in Burgundy, France, a distillery that promises a truly out-of-this-world experience. Shooting Star Vodka starts with organic wheat and botanicals sourced locally from French farms. Using advanced distilling technology, the vodka is slowly refined over a month-long period with pure spring water sourced from 150 meters below the distillery. The key to its celestial charm, however, is the aging process. The vodka is aged in terracotta jars with a meteorite suspended in the liquid, allowing minerals from the space rock to infuse the spirit, creating a distinct mineral flavor and smooth, lingering texture. The infusion process involves a piece of meteorite discovered in 1977. As it partially dissolves into the vodka, it releases chondrite, a mineral unique to meteorites, adding to the drink's exceptional character. This gives the vodka a unique mineral taste that complements its already refined profile, making each sip a journey through the stars. In case you're thinking of grabbing a bottle for yourself, you might want to be quick, and you have to be rich. With only 486 bottles produced, this limited edition vodka is quite rare. Now, I don't know about you, but while there are more expensive options, $200 is still an insane price for vodka. Number 16. Largest plant in the world. If I ask you to imagine what the largest plant in the world would look like, what comes into your mind? If you ask me, I surely am not imagining it to be an organism that measures a staggering 112 miles. Yes, you heard that right. Recently, the largest plant in the world was discovered off the coast of Western Australia in the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Shark Bay. This plant is a single seagrass known as Posidonia australis. This plant surprisingly covers an area larger than the city of Glasgow. The discovery of this massive seagrass meadow was initially mistaken for a collection of individual plants. However, genetic testing revealed that it is, in fact, a single organism that has cloned itself over 4,500 years. This makes it not only the largest known plant on Earth, but also one of the oldest living organisms. Posidonia australis, also known as Poseidon's ribbon weed, reproduces by cloning rather than sexual reproduction. This process involves the plant extending its root system horizontally, which then produces new shoots. This method of reproduction has allowed the seagrass to spread extensively, creating a vast interconnected meadow. The fact that it thrives in Shark Bay is quite astounding as well. You see, the waters here are known to have fluctuations in temperature, salinity, and light levels. With its genetic makeup, however, the seagrass continues to thrive in this tough environment. Number 15. Ants that play dead. Opossum are known as creatures who play dead in order to avoid conflict and increase their survival. By playing dead, opossum deter predators and trick them into letting their guards down, guaranteeing escape. This behavior has never been observed in insects, so researchers on Australia's Kangaroo Island were surprised to discover that there's an ant species that's capable of playing dead to evade predators. This behavior, known as thanatosis or tonic immobility, is a well-documented defense mechanism in many animal species, but seeing it performed by entire ant colonies is unprecedented. The ants in question were initially found during a survey of nest boxes intended for pygmy possums and bats. Researchers were taken aback when they opened the boxes to find what appeared to be dead ants. However, when one ant moved slightly, the researchers realized they were looking at an entire colony of ants playing dead. Further studies revealed that some ants would continue moving for a while before joining the act, indicating a complex trigger mechanism. Scientists are still trying to understand this behavior. While ants are known to be creatures that have achieved a civilization of their own, ants aren't as sophisticated as mankind. Still, they are capable of organizing their own societies, and there's evidence of entire ant cities that extend beneath the ground. It seems that these creatures have found yet another innovative way to ensure the colony's survival. Number 14. New breed of felines. With its hairless appearance, patchy fur coat, and rather bizarre facial structure, this cat breed looks more like a werewolf than an actual cat. This new breed is known as the Lycoi, one of the newer cat breeds, with the Lycoi only officially recognized in the early 2010s. Not many people recognize the breed. Its name, Lycoi, comes from the Greek word for wolf, fitting given its werewolf-like appearance. This breed originated from natural mutations in domestic shorthair cats, which were first noticed for their unusual coats and were subsequently bred selectively to establish the Lycoi breed. The Lycoi fur can vary greatly, with some individuals having more hair than others, but they all share the characteristic lack of an undercoat. This gives them their striking appearance. Beyond their appearance, Lycoi cats are known for their playful and inquisitive nature. They're highly energetic and enjoy interactive play, making them great companions for active households. Despite their wild look, Lycoi cats are affectionate and form strong bonds with their human families. They're intelligent and curious, often engaging in behaviors that reflect their hunting instincts, such as stalking and pouncing on toys. The first Lycoi cats were discovered in feral cat populations in the United States, where their unique coats drew the attention of breeders and geneticists. Through careful breeding programs, these cats were studied to ensure they did not have any health issues related to their distinctive coats. Once it was established that the mutation was harmless, the breed was developed further, leading to its official recognition by cat associations like the International Cat Association. I love all cats, and the breed doesn't really matter to me, but would you consider taking care of this feline breed? Let me know in the comments down below. Number 13. Scallion latte craze. How would you like your coffee? I'm not really picky when it comes to how I consume caffeine, but the way some people drink their latte in China has me stumped. Recently, people have been obsessed with a very bizarre concoction, spring onion-infused coffee. I know, a shocking discovery, isn't it? The scallion latte first gained attention on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where videos of people trying this unusual drink quickly went viral. The preparation involves placing chopped scallions at the bottom of a cup, adding ice, milk, and espresso, and then garnishing the top with more chopped scallions. I don't know about you, but this is the limit for me. I love iced coffee, and trying new food is something that excites me, but this drink, however, is not really something I'd like to try. Reactions to the scallion latte have been mixed, which is quite shocking because I expected that it was just a trend and its actual taste was ungodly. However, there were people who seemed to surprisingly like its flavor profile. Now, you're probably curious about how this coffee recipe began. Well, this trend is part of a broader movement in China known as dark cuisine, which features unconventional and often surprising food and drink combinations that challenge traditional culinary norms. Other examples of dark cuisine include coffee-infused rice, oyster coffee, and soy sauce lattes. As adventurous as I am about food, I don't think I'm interested in trying out any of these coffee recipes. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Number 12. Near-Earth asteroid. 1.3 million, that's the number of asteroids in the solar system. With that being said, it's expected that some asteroids will head our way. Luckily, with our technology today, we're capable of detecting them. In fact, recently astronomers discovered a near-Earth asteroid just hours before it exploded over Berlin. This small asteroid, designated as 2024 BX1, was first spotted by Hungarian astronomer Krisztián Sárneczky using the Schmidt telescope at the Piszkesteto mountain station in Hungary. Detected around 10:50 p.m. Hungarian time on January 20th this year, the asteroid was quickly reported to the International Astronomical Union, which alerted NASA's Impact Hazard Assessment System, SCOUT. NASA confirmed the asteroid's path and issued a statement on social media predicting that 2024 BX1 would disintegrate harmlessly as a fireball west of Berlin. This prediction was accurate, and the asteroid burned up in the sky over Berlin at approximately 1:32 a.m. Central European Time on January 21st. This event marks only the 8th time an asteroid has been detected before impacting Earth, which means that should a major astronomical event happen in the future, we'll be prepared. Number 11. World's widest avenue. Welcome to Buenos Aires, home to the world's widest avenue, Avenida 9 de Julio. This colossal thoroughfare stretches approximately 459 feet across and boasts a total of 16 lanes, making it a challenge for pedestrians to cross in one go. I know I wouldn't attempt to cross this one on my own. This wide avenue was named after Argentina's Independence Day on July 9, 1816, and has since been the symbol of the country's national pride. The avenue's construction began in 1935 and was largely completed by the 1960s, with the final touches added in the 1980s. This massive project required the demolition of 60,000 square meters of urban real estate and the displacement of thousands of residents, which is just one of its several downsides. After it was accomplished, people realized crossing this avenue was a complete chore. Crossing Avenida 9 de Julio can indeed feel like an eternity. It often takes pedestrians 2 to 3 traffic light cycles to make it from one side to the other. The avenue includes not only the main traffic lanes but also additional lanes for buses and a central pedestrian area, making the journey across even longer. I guess if you're planning to cross this avenue, patience truly is the key. Number 10. A small snake that farts as a defense mechanism. Snakes generally have 2 defensive mechanisms, venom or muscle, which constrictors use to crush and suffocate prey. The snake, however, is quite unique. Just as how a skunk releases incredibly pungent chemicals, the species of snake, known as the western hognose snake, expels air with enough force to produce a popping sound, which technically speaking is fart-like. This small snake is native to the deserts of the United States and Mexico. In this environment, this bizarre defense mechanism is surprisingly effective. By farting incredibly loudly, predators are startled enough for the snake to make a quick getaway. These farts are brief, lasting about 0.2 of a second, but they can be repeated multiple times and heard from a considerable distance. Bruce Young, an experimental morphologist at Lafayette College, explains that this method involves isolating a pocket of air and forcefully expelling it. The resulting sound can be surprisingly loud, sometimes lifting the snake slightly off the ground due to the force of the expulsion. Another surprising fact, sometimes the fart of the snake is so loud that it can travel up to a staggering 6.6 feet. Number 9. Glowing snow in the Russian Arctic. Recently, researchers discovered something quite unexpected in the Russian Arctic: glowing blue snow. High in the Arctic along the coast of the White Sea, this phenomenon was first discovered by Russian biologist Vera Emelianenko during a nighttime walk accompanied by her colleague and 2 dogs. Emelianenko noticed a mysterious blue glow in the snow that resembled Christmas lights. Even more astonishing, the glowing intensified when the snow was disturbed by footsteps or squeezed in hand. Luckily, there's no mystery behind this eerie yet incredible phenomenon. The secret behind this ethereal glow is tiny aquatic crustaceans known as copepods. These creatures are typically found in the ocean, where they contribute to the bioluminescent displays often seen on beaches at night. In this case, it appears that powerful ocean currents swept the copepods ashore and into the snow, creating this rather magical spectacle. Bioluminescence, the natural process causing the glow, occurs when a chemical called luciferin reacts with oxygen in the presence of the enzyme luciferase, producing light. While this reaction is common in the ocean, it's rarely observed in snow. So, if you ever see glowing snow, you know that you're looking at a big cluster of glowing microorganisms. Number 8. Japan's second shortest mountain. Did you know that there is a mountain in Japan that measures only 14.9 feet? Yes, you heard that right. Mount Tenpo, located in the Minato ward of Osaka, is a mountain that measures a mere 14.9 feet. Now, it might be small, but it has an incredible history. This mountain was created in 1831 during the Tenpo era by dredging the Aji River to improve access for large ships entering Osaka. The removed earth was piled up to form the mountain, which initially stood around 65 feet tall. It served as a crucial navigational landmark for ships approaching Osaka Bay. Over time, however, subsidence and urban development reduced its height significantly. The summit of Mount Tenpo is now marked by a small square tile on the ground, indicating the peak of Japan's second shortest mountain, as the shortest now belongs to Mount Hiyori in Sendai, which stands at just 9.8 feet. Today, Mount Tenpo is part of the larger Tempozan Harbor Village, a popular area featuring the Tempozan Ferris Wheel, Osaka Aquarium Kaiyukan, and various shops and restaurants. Despite its diminutive size, Mount Tenpo has become a beloved local landmark. In fact, visitors can even obtain a certificate of ascent from the Mount Tenpo Mountaineering Club for a small fee. Well, I know what I'll be doing when I visit Japan, obtaining a certificate for climbing a mountain. No one needs to know that said mountain is as tall as the average length of a car. Number 7. Survivors of Mount Vesuvius eruption. When Mount Vesuvius erupted, it buried the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum under a thick layer of volcanic ash and pumice, leading to the deaths of an estimated 2,000 people. There's a general misconception that a lot of people did not survive the eruption, but a recent discovery revealed that contrary to what many believe, over 200 people survived the catastrophic eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 79 AD. Historians and archaeologists like Stephen Tuck from the University of Miami have meticulously traced the fates of some of these survivors by examining Roman records and inscriptions. For instance, Cornelius Fuscus, a Roman soldier from Pompeii, was later found to have died in what is now Romania. His tombstone detailed his life journey, showing his movements from Pompeii to Naples and eventually to the Roman army. Another notable case is the Sulpicius family, who fled to Cumae, a nearby city. The family's financial records were discovered in a strongbox abandoned on a road outside Pompeii. The strongbox contained documents detailing loans, debts, and real estate holdings, indicating their relocation due to established business connections in Cumae. Furthermore, public infrastructure projects initiated by Emperor Titus in response to the refugee crisis provide additional evidence of the survivors' resettlement. Titus allocated funds to rebuild communities where refugees settled, helping them integrate into new areas with new facilities, such as baths and aqueducts. Well, that's a new piece of history cleared up once again. Number 6. Bizarre region around black holes that proves Einstein right. Scientists have once again confirmed Albert Einstein's theories with a discovery of a bizarre region around black holes known as the plunging region. This goes to show just how brilliant Albert Einstein truly was. Predicted by Einstein's general theory of relativity in 1915, This region is where matter influenced by the immense gravitational pull of a black hole ceases to orbit and instead plunges directly into the black hole at nearly the speed of light. This proves that Einstein's ideas were well ahead of his time. Using X-ray data from NASA's NuSTAR and NICER space telescopes, researchers at Oxford University have observed this region around a black hole called Maxi J 1820+070, located about 10,000 light-years from Earth. With this discovery, the debate about the plunging region has finally reached a conclusion. With this, researchers are hoping to learn more about black holes and how they affect the rest of the universe. Number 5. 62 new moons of Saturn. Scientists have made an exciting discovery by identifying 62 new moons orbiting Saturn, bringing the planet's total moon count to a record-breaking 145. This discovery has propelled Saturn back to the top of the moon leaderboards in the planets in our solar system, breaking Jupiter's record of 95 moons. Well, at least we have Earth that's perfectly fine with a single moon. Number 4. Fastest stars ever seen in the Milky Way. Since we're already on the topic of space, let's jump into another cosmic discovery. Recently, researchers identified some of the fastest stars ever seen in the Milky Way galaxy. Among these speed demons is a star known as J0927, which is moving at an astonishing rate of 5.1 million miles per hour. This star is classified as a hypervelocity star, meaning it's traveling fast enough to eventually escape the gravitational pull of our galaxy. These hypervelocity stars are fascinating because of their origins. J0927 and similar stars are believed to be remnants of type Ia supernovae, which are among the most powerful explosions in the universe. These supernovae occur when a white dwarf star pulls material from a companion star, eventually leading to a catastrophic explosion that can propel the stars to incredible speeds. By observing and tracking these high-velocity stars, astronomers can gain a better understanding of the gravitational influences and the history of stellar interactions within the Milky Way. Number 3. Centuries-old coins. Recently, construction workers made a serendipitous find when they unearthed a collection of 285 silver coins hidden in a trench. The trove, found in the German town of Oranienburg, includes silver and gold coins that date back to the 1600s. It didn't take long until the history of the hoard resurfaced. Archaeologists believe the coins were hidden during the turmoil of the 30 Years' War, a period of significant political and religious conflict in Europe. The collection includes coins minted in various regions, including England, Denmark, Bohemia, now known as the Czech Republic, and Hungary. Many of the coins were found in a clay pot buried in the soil, while others were scattered around the site, hinting at a hurried attempt to hide valuable assets during a time of crisis. It's believed that these coins belonged to an incredibly wealthy mayor in the 17th century. Unfortunately for him, he might have succeeded in hiding his treasures, but in the end, he never got to retrieve and use them. Number 2. Lost continent. Around 155 million years ago, during the late Jurassic period, an ancient landmass broke away from what is now Western Australia. For so long, researchers have been trying to discover just where this massive landmass disappeared to. It wasn't until recently that the fate of this landmass was discovered. Unlike a typical continent, Argoland didn't remain intact but fragmented into numerous smaller pieces, creating a microcontinental archipelago. This breakup process continued for millions of years, with the fragments drifting northward. It turned out that today, the remnants of Argoland now lie scattered across Southeast Asia, hidden beneath the jungles of Indonesia and Myanmar. These fragments are interspersed with older oceanic basins, making the reconstruction of Argoland's journey a complex puzzle. Although we're yet to trace all fragments of this lost continent, at least we now know just what occurred to this massive landmass. Now it's time for today's topic. In the arid sands of the Negev Desert, a team of archaeologists made a discovery that would rewrite history. After years of meticulous research and excavation, they uncovered a hidden chamber beneath the ancient ruins of Timna Valley, believed to be the long-lost tomb of King Solomon. This monumental find sent ripples through the archaeological community and captivated the world's attention. With bated breath, the team carefully opened the ornately decorated sarcophagus that had lain undisturbed for over 3,000 years. Inside, they found the remarkably well-preserved remains of a man adorned with intricate gold jewelry and a regal headdress, unmistakably the legendary King Solomon. However, what truly shocked the world were the artifacts buried alongside him. The tomb contained a wealth of treasures, intricately crafted gold and silver artifacts, rare gemstones, and ancient scrolls inscribed with cryptic texts. Among these was a mysterious golden tablet, etched with symbols and writings that hinted at advanced knowledge and technologies far beyond the understanding of Solomon's time. This tablet, scientists speculated, could hold secrets to ancient wisdom and lost technologies. The discovery of King Solomon's tomb not only confirmed his historical existence but also suggested that he possessed knowledge and riches beyond imagination. The Golden Tablet, in particular, has become the focus of intense study, as researchers hope to unlock its secrets and gain insights into a lost era of human history. This extraordinary find has sparked global interest and debate, as historians, scientists, and theologians alike ponder the implications of these ancient treasures. The tomb of King Solomon, once a biblical legend, now stands as a testament to a glorious and enigmatic past, forever altering our understanding of history and civilization. Number 1. Neanderthals could talk. Neanderthals lived approximately 400,000 to 40,000 years ago. They're among the archaic humans who lived in Eurasia, and while they've been known to be capable of creating primitive structures, a new discovery showed that they might have been able to speak. Recent discoveries indicate that they had the anatomical capabilities required for speech. Fossil evidence, such as the discovery of a Neanderthal hyoid bone, which is crucial for speech production, supports the idea that they could produce a range of sounds similar to modern humans. What's more, high-resolution CT scans of Neanderthal ear structures have shown that they could hear frequencies associated with human speech, further suggesting their ability to communicate verbally. If this truly was the case, what language did they use? Unfortunately, we're quite clueless. Despite these anatomical similarities, the cognitive and linguistic complexity of Neanderthal language is less certain. Researchers believe that Neanderthals likely used a form of language that was less complex than modern human languages. Their speech may have been more limited in syntax and vocabulary. For example, they probably used fewer metaphors and abstract concepts compared to Homo sapiens. Wouldn't it be interesting to hear how these archaic people communicated in the past? Hopefully, in time, we'll be able to develop a technology that allows us to figure out how Neanderthals sounded when communicating with each other. What do you think of these discoveries? Perhaps there's something you'd like to add. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, check out our other cool stuff showing up on the screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video.